Right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned his truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, "What do I do if troops threatens my kids?" Now I got inspired to do this lesson because I recently have a conversation with a person that I feel like is Jake. He looks like an Edomite, but his spirit says otherwise. You know, he's very talented at rapping. He doesn't speak like an Edomite. I mean, literally, when he finishes conversations, he says one, and you already know that's a thing that came from New York. You know, whenever people finish conversations, they'll be like, "All right, man, one," you know. And there's just a lot of other things that he does that makes me believe that he's a Jake. And I recently had a conversation with him about a few days ago, and he was asking me questions about the scriptures. And I pretty much told him, you know, certain things, you know, I ain't go too deep or anything like that. I just answered what he wanted to know. And I was like, if the spirit wants him to know more, then I'll tell him, you know. But he went into the times that we're coming into, because I told him that we're coming into times where, you know, they're going to usher in the MOTB and society is going to completely collapse. And it's going to become a point where martial law is going to be on the streets and everything like that. And that led to him asking the question, what do I do if the troops threaten my kids? Because I told him that you cannot take the MOTB. I told him this is going to be a mandatory thing that's going to happen worldwide. And I told him you cannot take that no matter what and everything like that. And then he asked a question. He was like, well, what if the troops, you know, break into my house and everything like that? He was like, can I go out with a blaze of glory? And I was like, nah, man. I was like, don't try to fight them. I'm like, you're not going to win. First of all, you're not going to win. You can store up as many weapons as you want. You're not going to win. These are individuals that have been training for this for years, man. Years. They're just waiting for the okay so they can finally go out in these streets and do what they got to do. All right. And then, you know, of course, as we all know, you cannot beat Esau in his blessing. He is literally in the prime of his blessing, man. You see all the technology and the different weapons and the drones and the robocops, the super cops, so forth and so on, that's getting ready to be showcased. All right. So I told him you cannot go out in the blaze of glory. I told him when the Lord knew that it was his time, he was just like, look, man, put up your sword. He was like, don't do anything. It's time for me to go through what I need to go through. And I told him that's exactly what you got to do. And then he was like, well, what if the truth threatens my kids? And I was just like, look, man, no matter what, you cannot take the MOTB. And this led me to doing this lesson because, you know, it's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to have close ones make them hesitant within these last days, man. All right, because they're going to see guns or whatever being pointed at their kids, their husbands, their wives, somebody that they're super close to in love and everything like that. And this may have them get to the point where they just like, OK, look, don't do anything to them. I'll go ahead and take the MOTB. And that's going to be your demise, man. That's going to be your damnation. All right. You cannot allow other people within this world get you to the point where you disobey the Most High. You cannot allow them to the point where you literally go against Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, man. All right. You're going to have to make a decision. And this is why I found this picture so fitting, because, you know, he's reaching out for help, man. All right. But we understand we can't do anything for them within that time. And I'm not saying it, like I said, because it's a very sensitive situation or conversation. And I'm not saying that, you know, you can, you know, take care of them and everything like that. But when you look at it within reality, what are you really going to do when you surrounded by troops and your kids is involved as well? You're not going to do anything. If you make one move, they may shoot at your kid first. And then next thing you know, they're gone. And then they'll shoot at you. And you just literally did all of that for nothing, man. So at the end of the day, this is where faith is going to have to kick in. This is where you're going to have to be like, all right, look, now it's time for me to call on Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai and rely on him to do all the saving and all the protection. All right. So let's get straight into it. Let's go to let's start off with Sirach 2 first. Let's go there first. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. So at the end of the day, when you get into situations, you're going to have to rely on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to put the spirit upon certain individuals like Esau. When the truths come, he may put the spirit upon them to not do anything, man. Why? Because you're calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You got to prepare your soul for temptation. The Most High is going to put you in situations where he's going to see if you buckle or not. He's going to see if you fold within the situation. He's going to see if you be like, okay, nope, I can't handle this, man. You got to remember, the Most High is not going to put you in a situation that you cannot handle. All right, let's get that real quick, and then we'll jump back to Sirach chapter 2. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, I believe. Yeah, it says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. So the Most High is not going to put you in a situation that you can't handle. If you see certain things happening in front of your eyes, you got to always remember the Most High allowed this to happen because he controls everything. You got to remember, there's no free will. This is the Most High's movie. So if you see yourself within a situation, you got to understand that the Most High is allowing this to happen. So now it's time for you to 144% trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 2. Verse 1 again. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. When you come to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you got to realize you're going to be put in situations that you're not going to like. Point blank, period. All right. That's why the scriptures say he chasteneth whom he loves. All right. He even says in the scriptures as well, it pleased the Lord to bruise Yahweh Shai. So you're going to be put in situations that you're not going to like, man. You're going to be put in situations where you're going to be like, man, why am I going through this? I'm in the truth. I'm following him. I'm believing in him. I'm doing the work. I'm changing my ways. Why am I still in this lower state? Because you came to serve the Lord, man. The Lord is not going to make this easy. All right. This is one of the things that's going to make the elect so special, because they're going to endure during these hard times. That's why it says in verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. If you keep depending on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be increased at the end, man. And ultimately, he'll save your children. He'll take care of your children, man. But you got to have faith, man. You have to have faith that he's going to do that for you. You cannot make the decision where you end up taking the MOTB because your emotions kicked in for your children. And that's just how it have to be said. All right. This is Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. And it says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. So you cannot put your own parents, your own children over Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The Most High told you, by all means, do not take the MOTB. He said anybody that takes that will be in the lake of fire, which is the nuclear destruction that's coming to America. He said that is a guarantee. All you got to do is read Revelation 14 and 9. And this is a sin that will not be forgiven, because when you take the MOTB, you chose Esau to be your God, man. When you take the MOTB, they can literally read your thoughts. They can read your emotions. They know where you at all times. They can control your money. They can have complete control over you because this thing is inside of you, man. All right. They can cut it off and cut it on. They can literally control every aspect of your life. That's what the Most High does, man. The Most High does that. So when you get to the point where, you know, you chose Esau over the Most High is not pleased with that. So at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. Are you going to put your parents or your kids over Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua? The answer is no. This is, like I said, this is where faith is going to have to kick in, man. All right. Let's get Proverbs 18 and 10, because this is one of the main things, if not the main thing, you're going to have to do. This is Proverbs 18 and 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. See? So when we get into these hard situations, these dangerous situations, the first thing we're going to be doing is doing what? Calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua multiple times. Multiple times. It's not going to be a thing where you're just going to be like, all right, I'll call on him right now, and then later on I'll do it. No, we're going to be in situations where we're going to be tried, man. So you're going to keep calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua so he can keep the spirit upon you to endure all the way until Yahushua comes back and beam up the elect. Because if you do that, then guess what? More than likely, you're going to be part of that number, because you rejected this system and you went through your fire. All right. And you were purified. All right. And in the meantime, like I said, when you calling on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you can tell him, you can ask him, not tell him, but, but you can ask him, hey, please protect my children. Please don't allow anything to happen to them and everything like that. And he'll protect them. Why? It says right here, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe. So when you call upon those names, he'll make sure that you are safe. He'll make sure that your children are safe. Okay. But you have to be patient, man. Don't be out here trying to go out with a blaze of glory and do all these extra things, man. Like I said, during Jacob's trouble, this is where you're going to have to rely on the Lord at all times, man. Let him work. You got to remember, this is the Most High's time now. He's ushering in the wicked. He's bringing his evil upon the world just so he can bring back his name in the earth, man. He's doing all of these things just so he can bring back his name in the earth and put his children back in the land, man. Raise up his children, man, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because this place doesn't believe in the Most High, especially the power of this Bible. They believe in God and Jesus. So he's like, look, man, I'm going to do all of this just so I can perform these miracles. Yahushua can come back on the largest chariot with the angels, thousands of them. He's going to give his 144,000 the spiritual power. And then that's when people are going to realize, like, man, this is the Most High. He's going to do all of this, man. So you got to remember, let the Most High work. Let the Most High perform the miracles and protect you. Let's go back to Sirach. Let's go to Sirach 34 and 13. And it says, the spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. And that's plain right there. That's plain. When you fear the Lord, he's going to save you, man, because you have hope within what he told you. You have hope within these words, man. All right. So when you get into a situation, when that temptation hits you and you see troops surrounding your kids and everything like that, that's going to be like your split decision time. If anybody play role playing games like on Xbox and PlayStation or whatever, you get into those situations where they'll give you like 30 seconds to click a certain button to answer a question or whatever. You got to hurry up and do it, because if not, then the computer is going to answer for you. You don't want to do that. So it's kind of like that in a sense. You're going to be put in that situation where you're going to have to make that split decision. You're going to be like, man, they telling me if I don't go take the MOTB, they finna do this to my children. You're going to have to make that split decision and be like, hey, look, I fear the Lord. The Lord told me not to take it, so I got to not take it. All right. You just got to let the Lord let the Lord do what he got to do. And like I said, man, he'll protect your kids, man. He'll get you to the point where something may happen. The miracles are going to happen. You can close your eyes or something, and next thing you know, you and your children wake up in a whole other room. You don't know how you got there, because it's going to be miracles that's going to top the times of Exodus, man, with Moses. All right. When people saw all of those things that Moses did, they like, oh, man, shit, But we living in the age of technology, man. We living in the times where Esau, when he does certain things, we be like, whoa, how did you even come up with this? The Most High is going to top all of that. The Most High is going to really showcase his power, man. So you got to have hope within him and let him do what he has to do. Verse 15, it says, blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord. To whom doth he look, and who is his strength? For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. Here is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling and a help from falling. Okay. Soon as you realize that you're in a position, you start fearing the Lord, and you remember, hey, the Lord told me to do this. What is he going to do? He's your mighty protection. He's going to protect you and your loved ones, man. All right. He even say in the scriptures, you know, the unbelieving wife shall be saved by the believing husband. The unbelieving husband shall be saved by the believing wife. The Most High is going to save a lot of Israelites that wasn't even believing, man. That wasn't even believing. But just for the simple fact that they stuck it out with whoever it was that was in the truth, a lot of them are going to get saved, man. So how much more your children then, man? All right. Your children are going to be saved, man. Just like it says in Revelation 7, there's going to be an innumerable amount of people that's going to make it outside of the 144,000. All right. And your children can be part of that, man. But you got to do what you got to do for yourself, man. If you show the Most High that you're doing what you're supposed to do for him, he's going to do what? Be their mighty protection and strong stay. He's going to defend them in a time of heat. Like it says in verse 16, man, he's going to make sure that you all are okay. But you got to have what? You got to have faith. You have to have faith. So let's end it with this. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 28. And it says, if then the Most High so clothe the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith? And seek not what you shall eat, and what you shall drink, neither be ye of a doubtful mind. Don't doubt, man. Don't doubt. It said, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that you have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. This is your whole goal, is to seek the kingdom, meaning do what you're supposed to do what the Lord told you to do. And then after that, guess what? Not only will your children be saved, but he's going to make sure you have hundreds, thousands of children. That's why it says all of these things shall be added unto you. Everything that you lost on this side, the Most High is going to give it back to you 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Like it says in Revelation, we're going to receive all things. You got to fight for the kingdom, man. All right. Because if you make the wrong decision, you already know what your end game is. Your end game is going to be you having an MOTB in your hand or in your forehead. Next thing you know, they let you live for not even that much time, because the scriptures tell you that as soon as the MOTB is mandatory, things are going to happen quick. Yahushua is going to be right around the corner, man. So you're going to live for probably what, couple days, a couple weeks, or whatever the case may be. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. And then after that, you're going to realize, you're going to hear the alarm for the missiles. The next thing you know, you already know what your end game is going to be. You're going to be like, I chose my kids over not taking the MOTB. And like I said, it's a very sensitive subject, but at the end of the day, you got to make a decision. But like I said, if you take that MOTB, you already know you're gonna be like, damn, man. Only thing you can do is just allow your heart to keep beating all the way until that fire hits you, and then that's it, man. That's a pain that you don't want to feel, man. You don't want to feel that pain, man. That's gonna be the worst death of all time, being in that nuclear destruction. All right. The Most High could do something to the point where he actually saved your kids, but then put you in a nuclear destruction because you didn't keep faith. You never know, man. Be like, man, I did this and they still got saved, but I still got destroyed. You don't want that, man. So just keep faith, do what you're supposed to do, and you'll be all right. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.